on a Monday. Welcome back to the Legends Club. I am Bobby Kaboose, as always, with last moment Monday Lawson over here. What's going
That's
on,
it.
man? How was your weekend?
Is it was that because we've had a plethora of nicknames. Monday Night
Yes.
Lawson, Always Late Lawson, and so today was the fourth or fifth one?
Last last minute moment Lawson or something? I don't know.
Last
Whatever
minute
I feel like.
last minute moment Lawson. I mean, the weekend was chill. It was really nice. We Madden grind has been for real. I've had bought some tournament stuff Madden wise, and then UFC 319 was it. I loved it, but from the majority of the online MMA community, a lot of people hated the main event because it was just a complete wrestling domination. But it's crazy because there's only been 10 total spinning back elbow finishes in the history of the UFC, and we got two in the span of 6 minutes. So it was pretty fucking sick because it was literally back to back fights. Someone got flatlined with a spinning back elbow, which is crazy.
Maybe they should watch more tape on Andrade,
Uh,
and they'll avoid that spinning back elbow.
yeah, but how was your weekend and what'd you do?
What did I do? It was all right. I we spent some time with some friends on Saturday night and played some Uno and games and shit.
Nice.
And then yesterday we had our normal Sunday fun day. And I had to write a story over the weekend for contest,
Mm,
so I did that, and now I'm here. And
nice.
I don't want to work today, and it's Monday, and I wish I could take the whole week off.
As most people don't want to work on Mondays. I
Exactly.
I wonder what the stigma around Monday was. I don't know if it's because it's the first day of the work week, or like example, if Tuesday was the first day, would it be Tuesday?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think it'd be like, whatever day I have to fucking do something.
Yeah. Did
Uh,
continue?
I don't know. I was just saying,
So there's been a lot of anticipation to see when this win streak would end, and the win streak I'm talking about is the Milwaukee Brewers, because they've been on this crazy win streak and they got they got walked off. I think it was yesterday, might have been Saturday against the Reds.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah,
I
it
remember seeing the highlight.
it's crazy because they were on, that was their second double digit game win streak.
Really?
I think so.
They had
Yeah,
one before. Damn.
yeah. I remember seeing something because there's some local restaurant or something that if they hit I think it's a 12 win streak, then they give out free burgers and stuff. And the last one ended at 11, and so a lot of your Milwaukee fans of the Brew Crew, they were like, "Damn, no free burgers." Yeah, and then so for this one, they were like, "Come on, 12, come on, 12," and it's the bus stops at 14. However, the fans get free burgers. It's kind of like how for it's one of those kind of sort of not really things. It's kind of the same where certain NBA arenas, a if an opposing player misses two free throws in the fourth quarter, whether the home crowd, they'll get like a free frosty or like a frosty from Wendy's or like chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Yeah, it's always like at the Pistons game, it was like if they scored 100, you would get like a free taco from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Uh, it used to be like so like with like the Tigers and shit, it used to be like you would be able to get like a free roast beef sandwich,
Damn.
if they hit 3 home runs.
That's
Now,
hilarious.
now with inflation, it's now like a fry, a small fry.
A small
It's gonna get
fry.
sandwich. It's like, yeah, you get a small fry. And 3 home runs isn't fucking. It isn't easy,
Right.
you know. So,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
this shit
Did
is too.
in 20 I don't remember if it was 2017 or 18, but there's a funny story about actually getting free stuff. So Isaiah Thomas, not the legend, well, not the legend from Detroit, the well not from Detroit who played for Detroit, the one for
Journeyman,
yeah the journeyman. He was
the
so
guy that had one good season.
he but in that one season he was awesome. He was so fun. Um, he was off the Celtics at the time. I think he was with Washington, and they were playing in Philly, and there was an altercation, and they were asking with between him and a fan where he went in the stands was talking to somebody, and he was at the free throw line, and if they miss if the opposing team misses two free throws, you get a frosty, and some gets said with a fan. There's altercation. He goes in the stands and talks to him after the game in the locker room. I don't know if you know this story. They were asking him about it. He said, I was
Fuck,
getting ready to, huh?
fuck their Frosty.
Let me get there. So he said he was about to shoot the free throws, and this guy stands up, flicks him off, gives him both fingers, and says "fuck you, bitch" 3 times. And so after Isaiah Thomas makes the free throws, he walks over to him, and says, "Hey, I understand that like I'm a man first and a player second, and you like be a fan, right? Don't just And then the guy said, and I quote, "I'm sorry, I just wanted a frosty."
I mean,
I mean,
do you blame them? Especially if that strawberry Frosty was out, dude. That was the shit, dude.
yeah.
Strawberry Frosty, amazing.
There's another cool story. So Boban Marjanovic, not a good NBA player. However, he was a fan favorite, good guy in the
Awesome.
lock, huh?
He's awesome. He's better than LeBron.
Listen, I love Boban, and he was in a John Wick movie, but
Yeah. Happy Gilmore too.
huh?
He was in Happy Gilmore too.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was fucking in Happy Gilmore 1, the guy with the nail on his head.
Yeah,
He's his son
that's
in this
awesome.
one.
I love Boban. He's such a hilarious character. But so he was on the Rockets at the time, and he played a handful of years with the Clippers. And for the Clippers, once again, opposing player misses two free throws in the fourth quarter. Everybody gets I think it might have been like a 8-piece chicken nugget from Chick-fil-A or
Look
something.
at them. Good shit.
Right. And then so Boban, who's playing for the Rockets at the time, walks up to the free throw line, and everyone's chanting, and he just starts pointing at the crowd like, "I got y'all," and misses them both on purpose so the fans get free chicken. And after he misses the second one, the crowd erupts, and he just points to the crowd.
That's stupid.
I love when players just do goofy shit like that. It's awesome.
Uh, so dumb. You know what else is dumb? Is the fucking NCAA.
Oh no.
Do you hear about this fucking Michigan thing?
The suspension, yeah.
Th-
What was the final fine?
I think it was like 35 million. That, I think that was the number. But like,
Which you could
dude,
pay for Texas's roster with that.
dude. So, and it's not like Michigan's gonna be paying it. Like they're gonna
Right.
like fuck. You got your boosters and shit that are gonna be paying it, and it's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, there's no ban on the playoffs.
None.
Like, you're suspended for what, like 3 games, and one
Sure,
of
or
them is
more,
in
yeah.
fucking Europe against fucking Western Michigan. Like, oh,
Right.
like, dude, the NCAA is a fucking joke. Like, if you're Texas, if you're Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and the NCAA is gonna do shit to you. Like the way they drop the ball in this fucking dude. Michigan fans are so fucking hypocritical. It's not even fucking funny. Like back in the day when fucking Maurice Claret and all them got fucking in trouble for selling or for signing autographs to get tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
But they got the fucking book thrown at them and fucking Michigan fan, oh, look at them, man. Yeah, they deserve it. Blah 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 blah. We play with integrity. Blah, 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 blah. We're holier than thou. We're Michigan. We have the most wins in NCAA history, and even though half our history, black people weren't even allowed to play.
Right.
Fuck Michigan, dude. And then this comes and they're like, we cheated and got away with it.
What
Man,
it,
fuck that, dude.
it makes me laugh because you can correct me if I'm wrong. It was for sign stealing, right? For stealing signs.
Yeah. And like they were sending Connor Stallions to like different fucking arenas during different games, which is, illegal.
I was gonna say my whole thoughts on sign stealing. Number one, there's the old expression of if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying,
Right.
which throw that out the door. If there's a tell that I pick up in the middle of a game, all, all rules are off for that tell in the middle of that game.
Yeah.
Where it gets
Absolutely.
where it gets bad is when you're right, when you're sending people to games.
Right.
That's my whole spiel. It's like it is with the banhammer that Shromore got, and yeah, I think it's what 3 games, 4 games, 3 games.
It's three games, and so the entire probably country, or the entire college football nation. I'm not gonna say like everyone, because it's not everyone pays attention to college football,
Yep,
but the college football world was expecting Michigan to get the fucking book thrown at them,
that's what I
like
thought.
a playoff ban, whatever.
Hmm.
Dude, they literally got like a little slap on the wrist, if that. And Michigan is arrogant enough to fucking appeal it. Like,
So
are
funny.
you fucking kidding me, dude?
They're literally gonna call like their top 5 boosters or donors and say, hey, can we get this paid? When obviously it's not gonna be overturned. And yeah, like their first 3 games. I'll read you the first 3 games. You ready? New Mexico at Michigan. Michigan at Oklahoma. Semi decent game. And then Central Michigan. Where is this? It says at Michigan Stadium. So yeah, they're at home two of the 3 games.
I know that it's not the first three games.
It's not the first 3 games.
No, it's three games, but it's not the first three games. It's because I do know one of them is the one in Paris or whatever against Western Michigan, if that's whether it's this year or next year.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at the schedule. I don't see one for. I see. Fuck it. There's only a handful of games. New Mexico, Oklahoma, Central Michigan, Nebraska, Wisconsin, USC, Washington, Michigan State, Purdue, Northwestern, Maryland, and Ohio State to end the year,
Yeah, I don't think they're for this year.
which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, because they're appealing it, because it's fucking stupid, and they're like, it's just
Yeah, I didn't see that they were appealing it. That's hilarious.
NCAA has no balls. Like, it's all just about money. Michigan is a big brand. Like I
Mhm.
said, if it was Michigan State, oh, there would be a ban. There'd be, because they're not a big brand. Michigan is the stupid Block M with the fucking stupid ass helmets that people think are cool. Like,
The M, dude.
dude, fuck the M.
Fuck the M. I don't know. It's really interesting because yeah, when it was because they got they as in because when Jim Harbaugh was still there, he got suspended for a game, right?
Yeah, or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
he gets suspended for like the cupcake schedule at the beginning.
right. And it's interesting that because it's interesting that this like the investigation has gone on for so long that it's almost as if I wonder if it'll go on for so long that it'll get swept under the rug. And for it to be a 3 game head coaching suspension and what was it, $35 million fine?
Like that, it was like either 20 or 35. Because at first they mentioned 35, and then they mentioned that they'd be only paying 20 or something. I don't know.
When you are that big of a brand, you're drawing that at into your TV deal for your 3 games are going to cover that. And
Yeah,
if it doesn't, then oh, I'm finna call some boosters.
yeah.
I'm sure Brady will help with the fine.
the university will not pay a cent. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
And they can't do anything about like they can't do anything to Harbaugh because he's in the NFL. Like it's just so like whatever, dude. Like they're
it
like, oh, we didn't want to punish the kids that are currently on the roster. Like fuck that, dude. They can transfer.
it it
Make a fucking example out of somebody.
it would be so funny if like the Astros were getting punished now for cheating back then.
Right.
That's kind of how it is. Like you're punishing them now for something that because the scandal happened what 3 years ago, two
Yeah.
years ago.
It was it was the year before I think they won the national championship or the year of.
Yeah, so it might have been yeah like because it was Ohio State
Right.
last year, Michigan the year before.
They won in 23. So it was that season, I think.
Yeah,
Uh,
so still for something to get this drawn out, yeah, like you can't do anything to anybody other than the school. But once again, if it hell, let's just say it's 35 million, yeah, they're not gonna pay it. They can easily call their boosters because that's the thing when you have any kind of like postseason success, your boosters are way more willing to cut those checks. Like you have schools like Alabama who struggling to pay NIL where they're asking like just normal fans, hey, we need like
yeah.
1,500 and stuff like that to where that's why I think for a team like or a team slash school like Notre Dame, like they have a fantastic coach, one of the best defenses in college football, and they're
Mateo's girlfriend.
yeah, and the fact that they have a few billionaires that they could call and boost,
They could call Rudy Rudiger.
they
His
could
stupid ass.
they could call
Um,
Rudy Rudiger.
but yeah, I'm all about sign stealing if you can get away with it. Like, and like if it's during the game and you pick up on something,
That's what I'm
100%.
saying.
Like, if all too, like that's frowned upon. Like, why? I mean, fucking, if they decipher your code, like, or whatever, like if you're on second and telling, your teammate who's up the bat what's coming, like, fuck yeah, dude.
That's
But
hmm
it, like, but if you're obtaining this information illegally by doing something that's against the fucking rules and regulations of
yeah.
the league, then yeah, you should be fucking punished.
That
But I in high school, I like when I played baseball, I remember an opposing coach got super pissed at me because I noticed that what their take sign was, and I was playing second, and I was telling my pitcher, I was like, he's taking all the way, like
just throw it right down the cock.
like the third base coach would go like this, and then every time he'd do that, they wouldn't swing. I'm like, well, that's
That's so
the
funny.
sign, dude. Like, and then he got pissed at me. He's like he told my coach, he's like, why is your second baseman stealing signs from us? And he's like, he
The
asked
middle
me
of a
why. I was
game,
like, yeah,
dude.
like he's not fucking like
Yeah,
whatever, dude.
it's kind of like I know Kenley Jansen got not famous for it because he's a famous closer, but like he would do an intentional balk if someone was on second. He's like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna give you the chance to steal any pitch grip or whatever. The
Right.
but yeah, I'm right there with you. Like if you steal it in a game or if you see something on tape, by all means,
Hmm.
like Bill Belichick was on the Pivot a couple months ago, and he told a story where he was coaching. It might have been before he was on New England. I don't know if it was when he was still with the Giants, but they were watching on tape, and there was a tight end that if if his hands was like shaking or making any kind of movement, it was a pass, and if it was steady,
Hmm.
it was a run. And whoever the player was brought it to Bill, and Bill's like, "Yeah, dude, there's no fucking way." And then when Bill checked the tape, he was like, "Holy shit!" And then they play him in the regular season. That player, after they force like a 3-and-out or something, the player runs up to Bill. He's still doing it. He's still doing because it's just the slight things where it's like how receivers' hands are or how linemen get set or in baseball whether it be like a coach motion or something
Yeah.
like that, just to kind of give a little bit of a telltale. And
Right.
once again, we can bang the head of the nail for until the nail snaps. If you're still in the middle of a game, you tip your cap.
Right. It's just like tipping your pitches, man. Like if you do something weird on a certain pitch or whatever, like it's the same fucking thing, right?
Don't
So
be banging on
uh,
trash cans though.
again, well, like even go back to my high school days. Like there was a kid that we were playing against that was pitching. The only time he had a leg kick is when he was throwing a curveball, so we knew a fucking curveball was coming. Like tip your shit. We figure it out.
It's so funny. It it's really interesting too as to how like when you see pitchers in the big leagues, how they genuinely try and make everything look the same.
Hmm.
Like when people make edits and they'll do like the simulcams, and
Yeah,
it's
and the ball going different directions and shit
yeah,
off the point.
because yeah, it's the same motion. Scooble's got the big leg kick. Skeens has like the slight twist in his shoulders with the like the semi side. It's kind of like a 3 o'clock release, and how
Hmm.
it all comes out of your hand semi looking the same.
Right. No, yeah, I agree. And yeah, it is cool like seeing like the different directions and like the break on the ball and shit like that when they do that.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, I think the NCAA has to grow some balls. I think it is probably up to about 5 to 10 teams that can pretty much get away with anything now, and this just proves it. Now
Mm.
there should be um no fear in any program for doing anything,
Yeah,
scandalous.
if you're a big program, by all means, because it. I remember when the NIL was going to be legalized or whatever the
Mm,
term you want to call it, because it's like, oh, well, now it's just public, because there was always
right.
the, oh, these duffel bags just got dropped off at the
Yeah.
dorm, or being paid via vehicles or dinners or whatever. So like,
Ricky Rose mom getting the tractor, or
yeah,
dad getting
there was always the rumors, but now that it's like, oh yeah, 110%, dude.
the tractor. Yeah. Yeah. Penny Hardaway's mom getting an apartment and a job.
Uh,
I'm mentioning the movie Blue Chips, by the way.
are you pro are you pro NIL or no?
Dude, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. Like it's like whatever, dude. Like but when does it stop? Do you start getting NIL deals in high school and shit like that? So I think it's got to be like you have to be an adult for it. But it doesn't fucking affect me, so I don't fucking care, dude. Like
Yes,
people that care about that type of shit, I don't understand because I'm like, dude, it literally doesn't affect you at all.
I don't understand the people that are like, oh, it's bad for the sport. Like, so you want the rumors of they're getting paid anyways?
Right.
There's,
The only thing, the only issue that I do have is,
mm-hmm.
and I think the NFL made an example of Shador Sanders, where, you know, you're already got a bag, in college, you already got money, and then it gets to your head and you don't take these job interviews, you don't do certain things in the
Right.
process, you come off as, an arrogant little fuck. So, I think the NFL, I 100% condone what they did with Shador Sanders in this draft and was like, all right, dude, like you want to act like a dickhead, you're gonna be treated like a dickhead. So
Yeah.
you still
Now,
gotta be humble, still gotta put the work in to become a professional athlete.
100%. In his first game, I thought it looked pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not taking any of his talent away.
Yeah,
I'm just glad that
100%. You
as far as like, you have to make an example of like you can't just walk around like your shit don't stink, and then go
yeah.
into a grown man's sport and think that you're gonna just walk in the room and people are gonna kiss your ass. Like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because he went from what possibly being like the third overall pick to dropping to fucking fifth round.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, oh, he might go to New York. He might go to, there was another team.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh at 20, and That's where I had him going because I'm like, I don't see us passing on a, I just don't see us passing on a quarterback. And then the Giants traded back up into the first round. I'm like, oh, okay, well here he goes. And it was Jackson Dart. And I was like, oh shit. And then it was Cleveland with like the first. They had like two of the first three picks in the second round, and I'm like, oh, Shitter's gonna go to one of these two, and then they pass on him twice, and it's like, oh, fuck, he's gonna fall big
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Yeah, and it was 100% his attitude, man. So I like I said, I don't mind NIL. Like you said, they're getting the money one way or the other, whether they want to make it public or not.
Right.
Yeah. But again, shit that don't affect me. So I don't fucking care. You know.
I'm right there with you where, like, and I said the confusion to me is the people that are just 100% anti against it. I was like, oh, so you would rather live in a rumor world than it just being on paper to where you can see it. It's like the Nico Iamaleava kid in Tennessee where he was getting paid. I think it was 4 million over 3 years from Tennessee, and he went into I don't remember if it was the athletic director or the head coach's office. And was like, oh, I want more. And they're like, well, see you, kid.
Yeah,
and now hopefully he will look as interesting as he did in Tennessee with UCLA.
right. Yeah, and um. with that stuff, like it's like people would get, especially in baseball where there's not a hard salary cap.
Hmm.
People are like, "Oh God, I can't believe this person's making this much money." Is it your money, dude? Is there a salary cap? No. So why does the fucking money even matter? The contract itself, I don't want Javi Baez on my team with a bunch of options and shit and swinging at things that are, thrown at first base. I don't want that. But, I don't fucking care how much he's getting paid. It's not my money.
Yeah, it's like the
Do I
Juan
think he's
So
worth it? No, but
right,
whatever,
but
dude. Get
I,
your check, fam.
it's like with the Juan Soto deal because he's getting paid like what 70 million a year, and I
Yeah.
remember he started out the year batting like 198 or something, and everyone's like,
Mhm.
oh, is it an overpay? I'm like, guys, it's been 2 months. Can
Yeah.
we let the beast of Juan Soto chillax for a minute? It it,
Mhm.
it really makes me laugh too when like players get paid and they immediately don't look the immediate same like the dominant stuff. It's like, guys, can we like they
Yeah.
are people too. They just relocated to probably either across the country or to a whole new spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
and speaking of getting paid, the WNBA is gonna fold, dude. This like that if that report is true that they were offered 4 times the amount of money and they turned it down, well, I could see this folding. Like they're not gonna pay him more than that.
it's
Like
so
bringing up,
it's so tough because I saw once again these are I don't know if it's confirmed, but the word on the internet street is that they were offered to have it was what their salaries go from like 66,000 to
250 or something, and then the 250
250
goes to
to
a
a mil.
million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
tough.
ain't gonna get higher than that, man. They don't
It's
deserve that. I'm bringing that money.
it's real tough when hold on. What's the highest valued WNBA team right now? What do we think? The Aces, highest valued
I have
W.
36 bucks.
Stupid. I remember. I remember there was some podcast. They were like, so I went to. Someone on the podcast was saying, oh, so I went front row to one of the WNBA Finals games, and then some other dude on the podcast was like, oh, so what'd you do with the rest of your $20? And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's insane. Okay,
Well,
so the
I went to game 3 when the Detroit Shock beat the LA Sparks game 3 in the finals for the
mhm,
championship. I got my tickets off of McDonald's counter. There was just a
crazy.
stack of them, and there was like 10 of us that went because we got them off the fucking counter at McDonald's.
The highest valued team in the WNBA is the Golden State Valkyries. I knew their new expansion team. They're valued at 500 million, which
To me,
it
that's 499 point a lot million more than it should be. Should be worth about $10,000.
that's insane. No, but if they're gonna turn down that like CBA or whatever new bargaining agreement that gets you at least because the league is still new, it does.
New, fucking 30 years old.
That's I mean in comparisons to the other leagues.
Okay, I guess, but it's still 30 years old and they can't fucking turn a profit.
I agree with you, but once again, in the
Don't
grand
yell at
scheme of
me.
things, huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Don't yell at me.
Don't nobody. First of all, ain't
Don't yell at
nobody,
me.
ain't nobody yelling, man. No, though, but
No.
don't yell at me. It's interesting too when or if that shit gets turned down, because obviously, like, look at what Magic Johnson made it his entire career. And now look at the
Hmm.
contracts now. Like, obviously it's going to grow over time, but to instantly quadruple contracts, almost, obviously not overnight, but when the new CBA hits or whatever, deal that's getting worked out on, you at least, it could be a stepping stone to where, hey, in 15 years from now, those contracts could go from 650,000 to a mil to 1.3 to 3 mil. There's just small stepping stones, but to instantly jump from like 66,000 to whatever players or whoever think that their skill and contract should be worth. Like, there's obviously baby steps when it comes to anything, whether it be a business, a team, a franchise, like to jobs. Like, I don't know, it's the immediately wanting to jump from small to exponentially large that's kind of confusing to me. Like, I understand you're getting underpaid now, but why not take like the smaller step and really go from there? Because if they sit out, number one, I don't think it's a good look. I don't like whenever like
I
there
don't.
are a
I don't.
lot.
I don't think it'll come back. There's not enough. To me, I don't think there's enough interest. Like, are they even turning a profit, or are they still having the NBA pay for everything?
They haven't turned a
Like,
profit in their since 1997, which is when the league started.
so I mean,
I'm
you
not.
know,
Listen,
you don't do your sales, you don't do get your commission, dude. Like, fuck, man. Like,
yeah,
what are you just gonna get more money from the NBA to support you? Like, get the fuck out of here.
yeah. Now I think I brought it up a couple shows ago as to like their big one of the WNBA players' biggest gripe is like the pie and the revenue. They want like the same TV percentages that NBA players get, which I understand that part. However, it's still not going to equal NBA money.
Right.
Like that's my whole spiel on the whole thing. Should they be paid more? Yes. Do the percentages need to be the same? Yes. However, the numbers will not be the same.
Right. Yeah, because they don't do enough numbers. Like,
Yeah, the
people are
traction's
watching.
not there.
People are watching more to see if a green dildo's getting thrown on the fucking court than the actual action on the court. Like, the
I
guy said it perfect. Like, stop playing basketball at our dildo throwing range. You know,
That shit's so insane.
it's just like the product. I don't think the product's any good, man. Like, if it was, it would be turning a profit. Not enough people watch it. No, not enough people care.
Yeah.
Like, and
Now,
then they sit there and bitch and be like, yeah, we're willing to sit out. Who the fuck would miss you? You play during summertime when people are out on vacation.
it's
Like,
it's tough because I think like there are more cons than pros for players, teams, leagues to sit out.
hmm
But yeah, like if you think sitting out is going to return the if it's going to have the return on interest that they're expecting, I don't think so. I don't think it will.
right? Because like even think about it this way. Like, Detroit doesn't have a team. I'm trying
Hmm.
to think of another. Like, if Detroit didn't have a football team, I might travel to a city with a football team to watch a football game. If my city doesn't have an NBA team, I may travel to go see LeBron James play. Um, if my city doesn't have a baseball team, I might still go to a major league ballpark because they're unique.
Hmm.
Um, Same with hockey, right? No one is. I'm not. I don't have a WNBA team anymore. I think we're getting one. Um, but I'm not going to fucking Chicago to watch the Sky or
Yeah.
wherever the fuck they're called. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm not going out of my way to watch these games, attend these games, do anything. And I'm probably in the majority.
Oh,
Just saying.
a
No
hundred and
one cares.
110%. You're in the majority because
I'm not, the only thing I'm gonna do with WNBA is either bet on it or I'm gonna go to McDonald's and ask for the Angel Reese meal
the Angel
if
Reese
I
meal.
like the context in the meal.
Right.
And even if I do like the context in the meal, if she gets a percentage of it, I probably won't order it. I will order it a la carte.
Stupid. No, but it's just interesting to me as to how, like, I understand big picture and wanting it to grow, but there are steps that needs to happen first before it can grow to the size. Because once again, outside of your hardcore fans and stuff like that, which there are some, obviously not the majority of basketball fans and stuff like that. However, when your biggest phenom is Caitlin Clark. Like you've had a lot of all-time great players already, in your league from, your Candace Parkers to, your Diana Taurasi's, and they weren't like pulling eyes like Caitlin Clark is. But
Yeah,
now that you have something slash someone who is really,
intriguing.
right to the point to where now you want to in quotations potentially set out. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything good because you're finally starting to get traction.
Hmm.
And when you get traction and then you just kind of pull the rug out from under it, it's like, oh, well, I agree with you into where the majority won't care.
Right.
You
And
know,
I don't want to talk too much I don't want to talk too much W.
right?
But do you think there's any chance that Caitlin Clark is like a bust like Christian Leitner or something?
No, like
You, you, can, you don't think there's a possibility that she could be a bust?
no, like you can already make an argument she's a top five player right now. She's in year two.
That
Yeah, like
I think that I was thinking about that because like you got your guys like Christian Leitner or like a Tyler Hansborough or whoever that like is great in college. What that dude from Gonzaga? What was that dude? Fucking Timmy. Like a guy like that. You
mhm.
know. But I was trying to think if there could be a W comparison. And I was like, I wonder if there is a chance that Caitlin Clark could become like a huge bust, but no, I don't think so either.
Yeah, like last year she led the league in assists as a rookie and was seventh in scoring.
I mean, I could do that right now. So without have played competitive basketball in over 13 years.
I mean, it is the W. I will.
Yeah.
I'll probably the last thing to talk about. The WNBA. I love when I'll see real talented players like Asia Wilson. I think said this on. I think she was talking to Josh Hart on Josh Hart's podcast about it, and she was like, "Oh, if we're playing a game of to 11 or 21 ones and twos, oh, I think there's a really good shot I win." And I'm like, Asia, you're a beast. However, there's levels to it. That's why the quote that will always stay in my mind rent free. And I'm not comparing Asia Wilson to your average, Joe, but when Brian Scalabrine, who when you look at the pantheon of the NBA, he's a shitter. However,
Mhm.
he it might have been on the Pros versus Joe's TV show when
Yeah.
he just kicked the shit out of everybody. He said, "I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me," and I'm like,
Yeah.
because when people see like your 13th man on the
You're like, he's a
bench,
scrub.
yeah,
And you
but
look
then
at his 2K ratings and shit, and you're like, oh man, yeah, this guy.
Mo Wagner, he was the backup center for the Magic. He's from I think Germany. Um,
He is from.
they
He
were
went to Michigan, or at least his brother did.
they
You
were
know, there's all of them.
a couple years ago they were doing international. They were doing like international friendlies and stuff for the. It might have been the Olympics, I think, and over like their first 5 exhibition games, he was averaging like 35 a game, and everyone was like, "Holy shit! How come he doesn't do that in the NBA?" And I was like, "Because everyone has a role, you dingus. Like all
Right.
these, like there's levels to being that level of a pro. Like he could go to your local Y, and he'll be the best player to walk in there for 3 years."
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And he would just dominate. Like, and any guy, you know, it's like that for probably anyone that is, you know, like you said, on the 12-man roster, 13, you know, 13-man roster, whatever. It's crazy to think that way because, like, yeah, you look at Scalabrine and he had one good series. I think it was against the Pistons too, like back in the day. And he's like fucking hitting corner threes and shit. We're like, who the fuck is this guy?
White Mamba,
And like,
man.
yeah, the fucking ginger fucking curly headed fuck. And yeah, you know, he's obviously, yeah, closer to LeBron than I am to him. So you know,
Yeah,
he would just fucking absolutely dominate if he went to any local park or gym or whatever.
yeah. That's when the levels to being a pro really like will open your eyes. It's like, damn, dude, like these people, like they're playing it. Yes, they're playing a kids game, but they're just there's levels to being a pro. Now, because it is Monday, I'm sure you know what comes on tonight.
Monday Night Raw, Monday
Mon-
Night Law.
Monday Night Raw. Do you have any expectations or ideas? Because I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but I'm trying to pull it up. There was a lot of stuff that got teased or scheduled for Raw. Is there
Well,
any?
I think we're counting on that what was it? The Demon Spawn baby wizard. I think we're counting on his, you know, announcement coming soon. Um,
Here we go.
we should we should know, you know, what's going on with the women's title. And then we'll see some more reaction from Braun and Bronson and Sutherson and all the Brawns and Heyman.
I got
Um, them and they might be still on a destructive path. Which, you know, people were bitching like, why does this happen every week? Blah, 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 blah.
your traction.
Dude, you know how to build like a faction and dominance? Like
You have
they're
them
gonna
show
be
up every week and beat the shit out of whoever
right and steal their shoes.
and, and steal their shoes. Yeah,
Oh,
every, huh?
the Shula Fala.
Sheila follow. Um, so everything that is teased for tonight. Roman Reigns returns. Punk is advertised. The Vision segment. Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso. Becky Lynch versus Natalia. Women's IC title. Io Sky versus Raquel. Penta versus Xavier Rhodes, and Naomi addresses the fans.
Yeah. See, Naomi addresses the fans. She's gonna be like, the demon spawn baby wizard is coming soon. And then
Only
yeah.
10. Only 10
And then
months to
you
go.
know we may get Sting. You know we already discussed that we might get a Sting sighting. I'm not gonna say I have any insight, but you know could happen.
Hmm.
Um, you know, but
Uh,
no, yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and watch the show.
yeah.
Probably take an edible, enjoy my night, have a nice, calm, peaceful, relaxing, quiet night.
Yeah. We, with the NFL preseason kind of, we got another, like, weekend of it with the actual season, being 3 weeks away. Um, have you, first of all, have you tuned into any preseason at all?
Probably about 4 minutes of preseason football.
In those 4 minutes, and I assume most of them are, I was about to say Detroit Lions games.
Yeah, yeah, probably 3.5 minutes of it would probably be that.
In those 3.5 minutes, has there been anyone that has like, wow, that's they? I'm interested to see if they can make the 53 man, or looking forward to in this upcoming season.
Our boy Isaac Tesla
That dude's
is
a
looking like he's looking like a nice third option, you know, to go with Amon Ra and JMO.
mm-hmm.
Um, people are like comparing him to like Puka. Um, like someone on the radio basically called up and like named every white receiver ever, and he's like, "Yeah, they reminds me of Wes Welker and Edelman and all this stuff." And the radio host was like, "Dude, why do we have to do this? Like, can't there be like a comparison? Even it's okay if you compare him to a black receiver.
I
Like, you
hate
don't
when
have to
people
just
do
name."
that. I hate when people do
Um,
that.
but he's a 6'4", 6'4", 6'5" body dude.
Hmm.
He didn't do a lot in college, but it seems like Brad Holmes might have found a nice little gem. Um, it looks like Hendon Hooker will never play quarterback in the NFL. Um, I was really excited about the Hendon Hooker pick too, dude.
Yeah,
I was okay. I think he had an ACL injury or something in Tennessee, but he was like a Heisman candidate, and then when I'm like, okay, like if he's people are probably worried because he got hurt, but
hmm,
people can bounce back from ACLs now, and now it was just like he kind of sucks. And he's probably not going to even be our number two. Um, I think Kyle Allen probably will be, but yeah, man, 3.5 minutes of football, or 4 minutes, and I don't care about preseason. Just show me the product in
just
the week 1.
just show me the product. The
You know what they should? They should have like instead of like a preseason, they should do what the college football does and just play like Appalachian State.
just play shitter games.
Yeah, or
No, we.
like European football teams or Canadian football teams, and they
Uh,
just fucking destroy them.
I was about to say just insert some CFL
Yeah,
teams in your schedule.
yep.
I mean that would boost confidence. I mean we just beat because I'm
Aaron Rodgers looking slow,
he's 40. He is gonna look slow, but
dude. He's slow,
huh?
dude. The Steelers suck.
I hope not. Roman Wilson looked fantastic against Tampa, even though we lost in the first couple drives. He caught two long balls and I think a touchdown. Let me see. I don't
Why
remember.
aren't you a Falcons fan?
Why aren't I a Falcons fan? When I first one the first football game I can remember watching, it was the Steelers against I think it was Atlanta in Pittsburgh, and the Steelers won in overtime. And I don't know, from the colors to the way they played, I don't know. It's just one of those I just fell in love with the
You know
Steelers.
what the greatest play in Steelers history is? There's only one
The
right
the immaculate reception.
answer. No. When
Okay,
Tim Tebow threw that touchdown pass in overtime.
that shit was crazy, dude. I was not a happy
That's the
camper.
greatest play in Steelers history.
You
You know why? Because Tim Tebow is the second coming of Jesus.
You know what's also crazy? That was the first game that they changed the overtime rules.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And it
Be
was to Demarius Thomas, I believe, and he just took it to the house.
Yeah, that was the first overtime where they changed it that if the first team scores a field goal, the other team gets a chance. Because until then it was just sudden death. Whoever scores first wins. Yeah, and it was
And that didn't even come into play.
huh?
That didn't even come into play.
No, it didn't.
That,
They walked us off first game, first play of the new overtime rules.
I think they were explaining the rules, and
Yeah,
then like they put the graphic up and like being like, okay, these are the new rules, and then Tim
first
Tebow
play it
just
didn't
like, hey,
matter.
I'm fucking heart out. I am the son of God.
The there's been a lot of heartbreak. Because I remember because Ryan Clark missed that game because he had sickle cell and Mike Tomlin wouldn't let him play because the altitude and his blood. And I was
Yeah.
like, I think it might have been Ike Taylor that got stiff arm because I remember there was somebody in the vicinity to tackle Demarius Thomas like right when he caught the ball, and
Hmm.
he got like stiff arm and Demarius Thomas, rest in peace, just ran past everybody.
Yeah. And like I said, dude, Tim Tebow allowed him to walk on water.
He
He's got those
he
powers,
wasn't
dude.
walking, he was running on water.
All the way to the end zone.
I'm trying to think what's like the most iconic play in like Lions history.
Um, Stafford getting traded.
Might have been when Barry Sanders. It might have been like a 12-yard run, but when he jumped up and kicked that dude in the face. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, Calvin had
Cal-
some good
Calvin
triple
had.
shit.
I remember he had that he had that quadruple coverage on the Bengals. That shit was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
The Cowboy
and
game was awesome. He had what, 7 for like two like 268 or something ridiculous.
there was one play where it was like a Hail Mary and it got batted down to Titus Young and then he was able to dive into the end zone with it.
Hmm.
But then he got cut from the team because he purposely lined up in different spots to try to get the ball. I'm like, what are you doing?
Some people just need that ball, dude.
Like a weirdo.
I remember I just watched, I don't remember if it was a TikTok or a YouTube short, but Des Bryant was on some podcast, and he was saying this is before he said that Dallas wasn't going to pay him, but he literally it was in Jacksonville. He ran like a drag, and he turns at Romo, and he's like doing this to a ball, and Romo throws in the drag, scores. Dez breaks 3 tackles, scores a touchdown, and then like the next drive, Tony Romo's like, hey, run this stop route, and Dez says if he presses, I'm not stopping, and he pressed. Romo threw a touchdown, and then Dez never got another pass the rest of the game. And it's just like, I don't know, dude. The diva receiver stigma for a lot of number one guys. It's really interesting as to see like who gets the label early.
Yeah. Yeah, like Dez or Terrell Owens or
AB
you know
when he started throwing the Gatorade coolers on the sideline in Baltimore. I remember that.
or when he was like freezing his feet or whatever.
When he burned his feet off. Yeah,
Yeah.
I I, I remember that shit.
Oh, too funny, man.
It was even funny. It was funny too because I remember when we traded him to the Raiders for a third round pick, and I was like, why? He's like the best. He's like the best receiver I've ever seen, dude. Why? But once again, now growing and learning, about how much the culture and stuff, all that shit matters. It's just like, damn, dude. I remember the
Le'Veon Bell, right?
huh.
Same with like Le'Veon Bell. Didn't he have some issues?
Le'Veon Bell held out for a contract the whole 2018 season, and I was team pay Le'Veon because I'm like, dog, I need as much talent now, bro. Like, we have the killer, like, our offense is ridiculous. I need him on this team right now to win games. And then that was James Conner's rookie year, where the first game in Cleveland, he had like 20 carries for 198 and 2 touchdowns, or something crazy,
Mm.
which I didn't give a fuck. I was still, bro, pay Le'Veon, dude. He's almost a one of one where with his patience at the line, and all that shit. Now though, but I remember watching AB's, what I come to find out was his last game for the Steelers in New Orleans. He caught, it was like 17 for 198 and 2 touchdowns, and I'm like, Jesus. And we ended up, Juju fumbled on the Guwop drive, but it was.
Dude, I can't believe James Conner's still running back in the league.
I genuinely thought, when he left Pittsburgh, I was like, I want to see what he does, elsewhere, because I remember when we took him, it was a great story because he was battling, it was what, Hodgkin's lymphoma. It was some kind of, cancer, and then he came out and balled out his rookie year, and then was just a solid, serviceable back, and then in Arizona last year he was a beast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude,
Yeah, because you don't hear anything about Rashad Mendenhall.
that fucker cost me a suit. For as awesome as he was in certain times, fucker cost me a Super Bowl with that fumble to start the fourth quarter when Clay Matthews said, "Oh," pisses me off thinking about it. I mean, you might not. Well, actually, as a
Not in the Super Bowl, so I don't know what that feels like.
uh, I was about to say, you might not know how like these so close, memorable moments of like, oh, this would have went this way, this would have went that way. But over the past
We
couple
were,
over the
hey, we were up double digits in the
NFC,
NFC Championship game. That was the closest we've ever gotten. We were a half away.
dude, I remember what it was. What y'all's first offensive play was the end around,
Something like that,
and
yeah.
dude, I was like, holy fuck, Detroit's gonna do it. And then y'all were up 17 and a half, and I'm like, holy fuck, Detroit's gonna do it. And it was a drop pass here, a fucking this here. I remember
Mask. Fucking
that Brandon
catching
Ayuk catch.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, where
Like,
it
God,
fucking
everything going wrong.
that shit's crazy. Them
Let me just get on suicide watch. Ugh.
that was my 13th reason.
Explosion in the bathroom.
That was my
Uh,
third.
it was Bobby blowing his head off.
That was his 13th reason, guys. Now, since we're on to the last 5 minutes, aka the last segment of the show, you already know what time it is.
Dude, did I win on Friday?
Neither of us won.
Was it the Grand Slam?
No, that was the Wednesday before.
Dude, we gotta stop just doing these.
Nah, we just gotta lock the fuck in.
People just need to take the opposite of what we say.
We're not doing your fees; those aren't fun.
Your fee, your fee. Why? You don't want to sweat out a your fee?
No, I'd rather sweat with bases loaded and need this double play. Need this double
I
play.
need to play. His bases loaded, no outs. Oh wait, he just hit a grand slam. Fuck me.
I,
The Cubs
bro.
got a double hit today.
You said the Cubs do?
Yeah,
Who are they playing?
the Brewers. All right, I'm gonna take the first game of the day. It's Cubs and Brewers. They're not. They're gonna. They're gonna be overhyped because they have a doubleheader today. So they're gonna wake up a little groggy at 2:20. The Brewers are putting in Freddie Peralta. He's 14-5, 2.9 ERA, 148 strikeouts against Cade Horton. He's 7-3, 307, 67 strikeouts. Bam. There's your nerfy of the day. Game one of two between the Cubs and the Brew Crew.
Brew Crew. Give me. Oh,